I distinctly remember stumbling across my first tantric lecture by an old Indian guru. It had only been 3 years since I escaped human trafficking, and I was deeply interested in learning about the divine feminine, a concept I knew absolutely nothing about at the time. He stated that women are Shakti, which translates directly to supreme raw cosmic power. I was completely shocked. My entire life up until that point, I submissively believed that men were inherently superior to women and that women could only gain power through a man. This was the exact programming enforced in the clubs that I was trafficked in. This is what pimps would tell us girls in order to maintain absolute control and brainwash us into believing that we had to hand over every single dollar of our money away. We were told that without them, we were nothing, and that we would never amount to anything, and that we must completely submit. They told us that our bodies were a mere commodity, forcing us to sell ourselves instead of realizing that we're sitting on pure gold. I knew right then that I had been lied to. Tantra taught that a woman is sacred and that both Shiva, Supreme Consciousness, and Shakti reside within every single one of us. I had to ask myself, what else was a lie? And how did I end up putting all my faith into total illusions? When you do not comprehend your own intrinsic value, that internal blind spot will be projected outwards as physical people, places, and events in order to force you to face yourself. The day I was rescued, the law enforcement officer asked me why I put up with abuse for so long. With my tears in my eyes, I responded, I deserve this. I'm a bad person. He looked at me and said, no one deserves to be hit, exploited, and held captive. No one deserves to work 24/7 as a literal slave and to have all their capital stolen from them. It took me an immense amount of time and psychological integration for me to realize he was entirely right. This is exactly how a false belief can shape and simultaneously destroy your entire life trajectory. I never examined this programming, which was running unconsciously in the background of my mind. I numbed the internal voices continuously, finding ways to distract myself and to silence them. Naively, I treated this as a truth I was simply not ready to face. In hindsight, it was a false creed I was terrified to confront. What we are unwilling to acknowledge subconsciously will always control us from the dark. This is the true definition of an NPC, a non-playing character, an individual operating entirely based on past trauma rather than active conscious awareness. This lack of perceived self-value completely paralyzes your reality. Because I did not believe in my own value, I structurally could not hold on to anything valuable. I remember the exact moment I was finally freed from all external control, and an intense wave of guilt immediately ensued. It was the exact type of survival guilt when the individuals experience the same catastrophic accident do not make it out alive. The looping thoughts of why me took over. I told myself I wasn't special, questioning why I was allowed to survive and have access to money while others were starving. I believed I hadn't worked hard enough for it. I was operating under the broken assumption that I had to work myself to death in order to deserve anything in life. That programming stemmed far back as my childhood, where I believed I needed to continuously prove my worth just to be loved by my alcoholic mother. She was severely anorexic and demanded perfection from herself in every single aspect of her existence. Every week, an ambulance would arrive at our house to transport her back to the hospital when the addiction got out of hand. Her only request to me was to ensure that her makeup always looked flawless in the hospital bed. Her greatest fear wasn't death, it was not looking perfect to the outside world. Because I never examined these traits within my awareness, I subconsciously absorbed them. I was subsequently thrown into an underworld environment that demanded the exact same sick standard of perfection. If you gained a fraction of weight, you would be publicly ridiculed by the club owner in front of everyone and instantly fired. If you didn't bring home at least $1,000 a day, you would be brutally beaten or worse. I had to perform naked overnight on stage while hundreds of people criticized every single inch of me in person or on hidden internet forums where the literal slaves of human trafficking are rated by patrons of the club. Yes, that exists. Unbeknownst to those spectators, I never made the choice to work there. I was coerced, blackmailed, and threatened into this. This is the grim reality created by my false physical world. This is precisely what the mind does. It projects outwards what we refuse to acknowledge within. Because the external world is nothing more than a mirror of the unconscious mind, imagine feeling so low about yourself that you believe being an exploited slave is all you are good for, requiring years of agonizing integration to realize it isn't true. We all execute this exact same psychological projection to a certain extent. My biological story is simply an extreme localized version of the macronism. It is no different from the individual who keeps attracting the same exact abusive partner in different physical bodies because they cannot receive true love. It is no different from the wealthy banker who, despite possessing everything he could ever wish for materially, can never feel satisfied because it was never the material wealth his soul was tracking. It was a real, raw connection. These are all projections of our internal shadow. Creating external events, we finally learn the cosmic lesson. But how can we become aware of our unawareness? How can we fix what we cannot see? This is exactly where the left-hand path comes in. It acts as an absolute wrecking ball to the falsities you have been telling yourself your entire life. Standard talk therapy can never access the darkest chambers of the mind because the psyche keeps them buried deep down for its own survival. They are buried so deep that the modern mind mistakenly refers to them as past life karma. When in reality, karma is simply the most hidden, undigested layer of your unconscious mind. To uncover and alter this frequency is the ultimate key to reality correction. Every deity or daemon is a precise acoustic and energetic vibration. When properly invoked, they force the illusionary parts of reality, the lies that you're used to as a shield your entire life, to come to the front and center so you can finally live in absolute truth and reclaim your native free will. For some, this occurs through sudden, profound breakthroughs. For others, it manifests through synchronicity of external events that are far too precise to be categorized as coincidences. The required sacrifice on this path is your falsity. The work is a total dismantling of your false persona. This complete restructuring of the nervous system allows an individual to finally claim their absolute sovereignty, to no longer be bound by past events or historical trauma. This is the true you, the sovereign king or queen who has been hiding inside your vessel all along. In some cases, the reality shifts manifest within mere days. The ultimate question is never whether this technology works. The question is, can your nervous system handle the raw voltage when it does? Are you willing to face the parts of yourself without the mask, the terrifying, raw, the adversarial dimensions of your psyche that realize that the exact aspects of you that scared you the most are the identical parts that will ultimately liberate you? The architecture of real-world sadhana is forged behind closed gates, completely hidden from the noise of the public grid. Public feeds and algorithm channels can only provide general, macro-level coordinates. They are merely maps. Observing an external transmission will never substitute for direct localized application inside a dedicated private container. If you are a highly functional leader or a corporate executive or a serious practitioner ready to move past the spectator's gallery, stop looking for free shortcuts and claim your absolute free will. The gates to my private advisory sanctuary are now open. Access is strictly restricted via birth data validation and professional background vetting. To apply for a private one-on-one consulting container, click the live link located directly on my main channel profile banner right now and fill out the background verification wall. For those ready to step straight into the deep tier vault, you can secure your permanent position inside our gated archive sanctuary on Patreon. The old casual forecasting channel is dead. Turn off the distractions, cross the perimeter line, and claim your well-earned sovereign space inside.